Welcome back to Tomorrow Tonight. Unfortunately, we don't actually have a legal department, I've been informed, so I'm not really sure who to submit the paperwork to now. And if you don't get that reference, you're probably just joining us now. So welcome. Now on to something a bit different. It was announced several weeks ago by Zack Snyder that Aquaman would be added into the cast of Batman vs Superman. Jason Momoa is set to play the part. It is reported that Snyder wants the character to be respected by superhero fans. Momoa was quoted saying, "I like a challenge, and this might be the biggest challenge of my acting career. A lot of people with a passing interest in comic book superheroes think of the character as a bit of a joke. What they don't know is that as silly as superheroes go, Aquaman is just the tip of the iceberg. From the Red Bee, who donned his bright red and yellow tights and fought Nazis with bees, to Matter-Eater Lad, who could eat through anything, to Arm Fall-Off Boy, who could pull his own arms off and use them as weapons. Comic book history is filled with strange and frequently less than superheroes. Given the current superhero movie craze, we've decided to share with you some of our ideas for new superhero movie franchises. Now let's throw it over to the panel. What lame, lesser-known superheroes do you want to make cool? Panelists?
Well, I had a look at a squirrel girl whose powers are buck teeth, combat ability, and of course the ability to talk to squirrels. Right. So other than being the babysitter to Cyclops and having a relation with Wolverine, the other thing that she did, a big fight, was between the Thing and a two-headed, two-armed giant. So what she did was she got all those squirrels to pick up rubbish, put it in a circle around them, everybody had to shut their noses, and because two heads, two arms, the Thing punched him out. So
Oh, that will happen.
yeah, and if Ant-Man's successful, like, why can't we have a Squirrel Girl movie? Like, squirrels better than ants, don't, like, common knowledge.
You know what Squirrel Girl would be useful for? Should be useful for, instead of having garbage men, have her to just collect all the garbage with her squirrels. Like, all together, done, environmentally friendly.
Could have like a superhero documentary as well, just about it. Like,
Yeah, and like even, you know, in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like, you know, when the squirrels all attack her in that scene and throw her down the chute, like, come on, squirrels
That's
are
super
fierce.
efficient as well.
Yeah, totally.
Super efficient.
Not only could these squirrels fight crime, they could also clean up the streets in two ways.
Exactly.
And also work in factories, which would be great.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, it's a win-win-win.
This solves all kinds of problems.
How has the government not looked into this yet?
I know. Squirrel power.
They probably should.
Squirrel
Squirrel
power.
training,
Squirrel
I think
power.
it's on the, could be on the cards. But Kobe, what are your thoughts on the whole superhero debate?
I actually looked into one the other day. It was called Madame Fatal. Now, as much as that sounds like a woman, in fact, it's an intelligent man who is super fit and has got fantastic acting skills. He uses these acting skills to play off this alias of an old woman. Now, he uses this old woman alias to catch the villains like unsuspecting. So they're, oh, you know, it's just an old lady. You go easy, you know, she'll be fine. And then he just bursts out and just destroys them all.
Just bounces.
Nice.
I mean, it's great for the transgender community, because transvestite,
Yeah, they could totally, you know, they could have it like, you know,
Good role model.
Figure, yeah,
and
like,
it's such a real story too, as opposed to like, he's not actually, you know, he doesn't have any real superpowers. He's just a really good actor using, you know, what he has and what he loves to fight crime.
Fantastic. Something we can all relate to.
Yeah, I fight crime. Well, yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
I dress up. I
years.
dress up as an old woman.
Yeah,
That's
I can
my
see that.
weekend activity.
Just the weekends, yeah.
Yeah.
Just say the
Don't
weekdays.
tell anyone.
Weekdays for other work, yeah.
Yeah. Weekdays, man.
Excellent.
Weekends.
Superhero.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Megan, what are your
Secret
thoughts?
identity. Well, I mean, I was looking into a character called the Black Condor.
Black Condor.
So his origin story is basically, you know, a Tarzan story. So his parents were out in the jungle on some scientific expedition, and you know they got killed, and then he was raised by super intelligent black condors.
Of course,
Yeah,
logic.
super intelligent.
Yeah, I know, right? Because what else would you have in a
Exactly.
superhero
Yeah,
experience?
no,
Like you actually never see like a dumb, you know, animal raising something in, you know.
No.
Anyway, but
Well, I don't think the results would be as good.
no, they
yeah.
wouldn't. You wouldn't get superheroes, would you?
No, probably
Get
not.
Like
mediocre
you have like the
heroes.
pig who just like lies down and sleeps all day and just eats. Like that'd be pretty
But-
shit superhero.
But yeah, you know, I mean, the biggest flaw with the Black Condor is the fact that he doesn't have an arch nemesis. You know, I think every cool superhero has like an epic, you know, arch nemesis.
That's true. I mean, you've got Superman, who's got Lex Luthor. You've got Batman, who's got the Joker. And of course, everyone's favourite, Ambush Bug, who's got the Argyle blue sock.
Of course.
I know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can you think of his name? It's Argyle. Perfect, right?
Yeah,
Witty.
I know, that's
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
I mean,
The comic book writers.
Oh, with these sidekick chicks, they're just a dynamic duo. Yeah. Well, that's all we have time for there. Thank you for those superb points, panel. See, you thought I was going to go for the super easy pun there. But we'll be back in a flash after this short ad break. And when we return, politicians have kick-started a new craze. Don't go anywhere.